Hello, and welcome to day 13 of my daily gratitude journal. I am dumping out my journal and my kit, which I have created for myself, because I've really been wanting to keep a gratitude journal for a while, but I find it hard to be consistent. So I have created a little project for myself, and I'm adding a little bit of a structured notebook to my desire to make everything pretty. And so far, it's been working quite well. So I am starting off with some gratitudes for this day. I've been taking a few moments to contemplate what they are, and I think I've been thinking about them during the day as well. So it's been helping me to be aware of it and not to get stuck in thinking about my gratitudes. So my first gratitude for today is nature reserves. So everywhere I've lived so far in Australia, there have been great forests or parks or nature reserves and things like that that I've been able to access for different reasons, like ones with great bike paths or ones with really interesting places to sit or different features, really great walking trails. And I've always enjoyed them. And I feel like they're great places to get away and to just be in nature, and being able to do that when you're in suburbia is such a lovely and a good thing, and it's always worthwhile. So being able to have something like that only a relatively short drive away is really, really lovely. It occurred to me that I've not been looking at both sides of all of my papers, because these are scraps. Some of them have been folded to fit in containers. So I'm busy searching through and having a good look at everything, just so that I know what I have available to me. I do end up picking mostly things that I've used before, but taking this opportunity to have a really good look at all these papers is actually really helpful for me. And I've got them more in my brain now, which means I can keep using them properly. The next gratitude that I have for this day is I'm grateful for GPS. So we actually went to a new park the other day, one that was a little drive from where we live, and I have a lot of anxiety going to new places. And I remember back in the dark ages, I used to use my UBD, my street directory, to look up where I was going. And if I was going somewhere quite far or more complex, sometimes I'd have to pause, pull to the side of the road partway there so I could double check where I was headed. But now I just have GPS, which tells me which way to go. And it's quite a comforting thing, and I think that it makes it easier to be more adventurous and go different places, and I really appreciate that. I am working on getting all of these little scraps that I collected all stuck down. I've been saving even the tiniest bits, which I don't always do with paper. I probably get to the point where I will recycle tiny scraps relatively quickly with paper. But I guess when I'm working in a small scale kit like this, all these little pieces are quite useful. And my final gratitude for today is friends. I think it is a wonderful thing to find a small group of people who you have values and interests in common with, who you can do fun, enjoyable activities with, and I appreciate that for myself and for my kids as well. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me while I work in this journal today. I've actually had quite a bit of fun today, and it's been really fun to play with all my paper scraps. I may put a collection of my tiny bits together and work on a really tiny journal one day soon. I'm inspired. And speaking of inspiration, if you're working on some fun journal projects and you feel like sharing, please do. I love to be inspired by you, and I do love to start new projects. So it doesn't matter how many I have on the go, there's always bandwidth for another one. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.